What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do a dream catcher read for the sign of Taurus. Okay, Taurus, you guys are first during week 2 zodiac lineup. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal. So take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. You guys already know how this goes. Okay, so we're going to do one from the top, which is for your energy, where your energy is right now. One from the bottom, which is the energy of the situation and or person. And then we have one energetically from the middle, which I hope I can get to, which is the energy between you and the situation and or person. Okay, Taurus. So this is pretty much, we capture, anything that you might be dreaming of or something that could be in your subconscious. Okay. So let's see what's in the spread. All right. So we have Palace, Palace, Palace of Wands, okay, which is fire energy, okay. And then we have the Two of Coins, okay, which is the energy between you and the situation and or person. Capricorn energy here, okay, earth energy, of course. And then we have air energy with the Page of Swords, okay, which is air energy, all right. And that's the energy between you and the situation and or person, all right. So with the Palace of Wands in this deck, it's like the minor arcana, if you will, okay. And I always treat it as pretty much just a basics of what you possibly could be dreaming of, or the energy. Like I said, Palace of Wands, fire energy. It's talking about possibly, passionate about something right now as far as your energy goes. Possibly protection over your home, or very passionate about where you want to move to, or how you want your home to be, okay. And it could be in reference to, like I said, moving maybe, or just wanting to relocate or kind of reinvent your home in a sense, okay. I feel this energy of needing some form of change, okay. So with that being said, let's kind of move forward into the energy of the person and or situation, okay. So we have the Two of Pentacles, like I said, Capricorn energy. You have this person kind of standing on a beach lifting two coins up. Now, usually with the Two of Pentacles, when you see it in regular writer's weight, it's someone kind of like juggling between the two. And so you possibly are dealing with making some type of decision, okay, trying to choose between one or two things, all right. And of course, with it being pentacles, it could be in reference to you trying to decide how much or what it's going to take financially for you to be able to do this move, or maybe make some changes within your home. Like I said, maybe new furniture, maybe, like I said, relocating is really standing out the most to me, okay. Taurus is relocating, all right. And so within doing that, like I said, it's possibly going to be a decision of finances, if you have it to do, what it's going to take for you to do it, all of that, okay. Very decisive thinking in this process, okay. And so, like I said, also, if it's dealing with a person, it could be whether or not, if you want to have, maybe it's a move-in situation for you, Taurus, of whether or not to move someone into your home. Maybe that's a decision that you have to make. Tauruses are pretty private, possibly depending on what sign it is. I would suggest you probably not do it, okay. But not in a sense of, anything being wrong with the person, but more so thinking about how you are as a person yourself, okay. If you're someone who likes your privacy or likes alone time, things like that, then maybe you should continue to live as such, okay. But that's, that sidebar, it's possibly for a small few of you, but that's just my suggestion. But do what you want, okay? Now, Page of Swords. Page of Swords. Again, air energy, no particular sign here, just air energy. Page of Swords, very lighthearted, possibly light communications, if you will. Okay, not so much movement. It could be just primarily communication. Okay, if it is about moving in with someone, you may need to have some type of light communication on, what type of roommate they are, things of that nature. Okay, before you just swiftly move someone in. Okay, because you could be in your energy right now making an irrational decision, okay, without thinking everything all the way through. Okay, there are key things that you need to know when you're moving someone in. Okay, especially if it's a complete stranger, someone you don't really know. Okay, such as how long do they need a residence to stay? Is it short term or long term? Right. Okay, so in that instance, those are the questions that you need to pose if it's, you have communication here. Okay, another thing is, kind of checking your resources. If it is about relocating, you are going to have to start thinking of, what you want in a new residence. Okay, as far as maybe seeing or checking around for a real estate agent if it's something about purchasing a home, things of that nature. But some light communication, just light talking in regards to moving, if you will. Okay, so let's get into your mindful messages. Okay, which we'll take one from the top and then one from the bottom. This is where your main focus should be. Okay, you can take both of these messages for yourself. Okay, or between both you and the situation and or person, whatever feels right to you. Okay, so let's see what we have. We have tune in. Okay, tune in. This is kind of touching on the solar plexus and sacral chakra. I always see kind of like an adolescent child here. As you can tell, the structure of the body in the card is kind of young looking. Okay, and so anytime when I use these cards, I always associate them with the chakras. Okay, and so it says, today, before doing what I normally do, I will take a moment to slow down. Like I said, your energy is possibly irrational in regards to the thinking in what you need to do in regards to your home. Okay, it's like I said, fire energy, the Palace of Wands, and there's this palace here which has wands standing on the outside of it. Okay, to place my hands at my heart space and take a few deep breaths. I will ask myself what I truly want, and I will honor however I am feeling. Okay, listen to your intuition. Okay, as far as in that solar plexus and sacral. Okay, like I said, you could be in a position of really wanting to just protect your space. Okay, as people like to say, that Tauruses are very materialistic, if you will. It's not that we're materialistic, we're a little bit more so possessive. Okay, we are the sign, and I can easily say this, that we are the sign that can be a little bit, that's mine, that, that phase that a child goes through, like mine, everything is mine. They don't know about sharing yet until you teach them. Okay, now I was brought up to share. Okay, in my childhood, and I was actually the only child. I shared with a lot of people, but I'm possessive in the sense of, if you do something to my belongings, I am quite sensitive about it. And so you have to kind of consider that when you're talking about your home. Okay, wanting to share and make someone comfortable while also kind of, sharing your possessions. Okay, but we can be possessive, not materialistic. I think people get those two words mixed up when it comes to Taurus, because we will give you the shirt off our back. The problem is if you treat said shirt like trash, then it makes us feel like we're trash, and that's just point blank period, because I've been through that, and so personally, and so it's a time for you to tune in and really make a very definitive decision. Nothing irrational. Don't make or let someone put you in a irrational thinking to want to hurry up and help them. Okay. One thing that I do say strongly is your procrastination should not be someone else's urgency. Okay. So, or emergency, if you will. Okay. Because they knew they were in the situation, they should have got themselves out of it or thought accordingly to get themselves out of it. Okay. And Taurus is always the reliable one. All right. So again, you are going to be in a situation in regards to this person. Either you or this person is in a situation of whether or not to have this lighthearted communication based off of, a strong passion for some answers, if you will. Okay. And that's for some of you, not all. Let's go into the next card, which is Mirror. Okay. Mirror. Heart space and throat chakra here. Okay. Kind of confirming this Page of Swords that came out. In order to change my life outside, I need to change inside. Once I am open to this change, my exterior reality will begin to mirror those new shifts. Okay. In order to change my life outside, I need to change inside. Once I am open to this change, my exterior reality will begin to mirror those new shifts. Okay. So again, like I said, whatever the decision is, and as you can tell with these cards, I'm going to hold them back up for you guys. You can see the change in growth. Okay. So young adolescent here to kind of more of an adult. Okay. And so you want to mirror the energy in which you want to receive. Okay. And I move in that aspect a lot. Okay. In the sense of I want to be the energy in which I receive. Okay. So this Two of Coins being here is meaning you're going to have to make a decision, or someone else is going to have to make a decision, and whatever the communication is, or however you communicate or transcribe what your feelings are, be, lighthearted, not too, stoic, if you will, okay, in order to kind of bring some positive communication, okay, that's productive in a way, okay, and so if you do decide to move someone in, you have to be prepared for the change that it may incur on you. Or if it's a change in a situationship, if you will, then you may have to adjust to match the energy in which you're receiving. Okay. Mirror the energy in which you're receiving. Okay. So, which might be difficult for you, Taurus, because again, we are very lighthearted people, and if someone's being crass towards us, it's kind of hard to be crass towards someone back, because that's not in our makeup, okay, unless you push us, okay. So let's go into the geometry, where we're going to look at the outcome of the energy. I'm going to go ahead and give these a shuffle a little bit for you guys. Feels like there's a shift in the energy. Anytime when I reshuffle during a reading, okay, is primarily because there is a shift in energy. So we'll do 3 shuffles here and break it down by 3s. And we'll go one from the top and one from the bottom for you guys to see what the possible outcome of the energy is. Okay. And I kind of feel like maybe you guys might be sharing energy with another sign who has Taurus in one of their placements that means a lot to them. Or it could be some cross-watching, okay? So, let's go one from the top and one from the bottom. Same situation. You can take both of these messages for yourself, or one for yourself and one towards a situation and or person. Feel free to take a screenshot of the imagery if you like, just to use in meditation if that's something you're into, okay? So first message is passion, okay? I said passion at the beginning of your reading, okay? Because I felt it as soon as that fire energy came up with the Palace of Wands, okay? So passion, okay, passion, very deep red orange hues here, okay. Root chakra comes to mind. The frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies the hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. Okay? It assists us in finding the balance within this intensity, moving us from chaos to the calm of its core, where we can let its long lasting wisdom fill us up. Okay, so whatever has possibly irritated you, Taurus, because one thing is for certain, you don't want to prod the bull. You never want to do that. Okay, because when we go on 100, we go on 1,000, really. Okay, so 100 is just is just the smallest of it. Okay, but we can get to 1,000 if we need to. Okay, and so it's best to take that intense emotion and look for insight, balance, and calm. Okay, not to do anything out of being, irrational behavior. Okay, because sometimes people do that just to see what you're going to do or how you're going to react. Okay, and it ends up backfiring on you. Show them that they cannot get to you in that way. Okay, show yourself as the bigger person. Okay, that's why this tune in is here. Okay, and looking at how the energy clearly goes from, like I said, this Palace of Wands to tuning in sacral and sacral and solar plexus to now passion. Number 34 here, 7, inner strength. Okay, showing the inner strength not to automatically go to your first reaction, if you will, or force of habit, that force of habit that you always do. Kind of avoid that and do the polar opposite, okay, of what you would normally do, okay, by tuning in and calming yourself and just thinking more rationally, okay. Next message is romantic love, okay, romantic love. One that I think has came out before, I just can't remember what sign it was for, okay. This is number 39, okay. Equaling out to 12, that equals out to 3, centering yourself in positive thoughts, okay, with the 12, with number 12 being there. The frequency of romantic love supports our journey to feel whole and complete through the experience with a reflection of a conscious lover, okay? The frequency of romantic love supports our journey to feel whole and complete through the experience with and reflection of a conscious lover, okay? So this could have something to do with maybe moving in with someone that you've been in a relationship with, Taurus, for quite some time, okay? However, you may be feeling a little bit of reserve about it, okay? Maybe it's something that's too soon, okay? If it's too soon for you, it's better to speak up about it and maybe take it in baby steps, okay? Such as a weekend at your place or a weekend at theirs, okay, in order to see if you actually mesh well to live together, okay? Just because you mesh well with someone on, on the outside where you haven't stayed together in one space, maybe going out on, a weekend trip of something of that nature. Talk about light communication again with this Page of Swords, of baby steps towards moving in together, okay? As while everything seems fine now, when you live with someone, it totally changes, okay? Because they can throw you for a loop, okay? Just from their behaviors. Again, if you like your privacy but they're more wanting to intermingle and things like that, and that's really not your vibe, you might want to take your time with this, okay? Doesn't mean that you can't love each other, because you can still do that as you have passion and romantic love here, okay? But it is a decision of what it is that you want and not what you don't want, Okay, don't focus on what you don't want. Focus on what you want. Okay, but it doesn't mean that what you don't won't come up. Okay, so mirror what it is that you want to change and kind of open up to it. Okay, but like I said, if you have some reserve about it, I would suggest you talk with your partner about it and you take baby steps in making that decision. Okay, so Taurus, that is all that I have for you guys today. We still have 2 more readings to do for you guys, so until then, peace.